Okay, I'm back. This is a whole different day. Let me show you who I got with me. Oh, hold on. There. Say hey. My big old arm's in the way. Y'all got to see that. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, I was going to talk to you. Tell them where we're going. There, tell them where we're going. I'll tell you what.
We're going on a 49-cent mission.
Listen. He had to go down to Holly's to do something. And he called, and I was fixing to call him, but he called me first. I say, I'm contemplating whether to go to the 49-cent sale or not. And I was going to ask you, did you want to go? I said, you'll probably be plundering out in the building. He said, well, I can do that tomorrow. So, he's going to the 49-cent sale with me. And anywhere else, I decided to drag him around to. Yeah. He knows when he gets in the car with me, he's just along for the ride.
That's it. I'm subject to be south of the equator somewhere.
So, I thought, I would come on here. I'm going to slide this back over here.
That's fine.
Unless y'all want to look at him while I talk. I'm going to drive. Because we got to go to Salisbury. But what I was going to talk to you about was this here Facebook Marketplace. I just don't know about this. We got that couch that would not fit in. You see where she is dumping that? Okay, this neighbor down the street is going all the way across the street and dumping her limbs on my cousin's property. And if my cousin sees it, she'll have a hissy fit. She should have just put that in her own front yard and let the city pick it up like they do everybody else. That's just wrong. You don't put your stuff on somebody else's property. That's what old goat does to us, puts his stuff on our property. Well, we finally got him broke of that, I think, knock on wood. But that couch that wouldn't fit in Holly's house, it's been out here in the garage ever since, and we finally got it put up on Facebook Marketplace because we're fixing to do some things that we need that room over there on my side for something for David to do on his side. So we got some rearranging to do. Well, I put it on there, and within just almost like seconds of it being listed, bing, 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 I'm getting all these messages. Well, I'm talking to the one who responded first, and I had forgot to put on there how I wanted payment. And everybody popped up and said, do you take Zelle? Do you take Zelle? Do you take Zelle? I've never even heard of Zelle. Well, I looked it up, and it's a Venmo type situation. No, I don't have Zelle. I have PayPal. Well, this girl, she says, okay, I mean, if we do all the talking, she wanted to pay for it before coming to look at it. All of them did. I'm like, me and him are like, who pays for something before they look at it? So I'm like, okay, you know, if that's what you want. And she comes back and she says, okay, I sent it. It says you got a email coming, and I got an email coming. I'm like, okay. So I keep checking my email. It's not showing up. I check PayPal. It's not showing up. I messaged her and I said, it's not showing up. She goes, well, are you sure you gave me the right email address? I'm like, I'm absolutely sure I gave you the right email address. Well, do you have a Gmail account? I'm like, yeah, but that's not going to help because it's not on my PayPal. So I don't know what that was about. Then she says, she said, well, maybe you need to check your email again. So I checked it. I said, did you get your email? She said, no, it said the email was invalid. I said, then if the email was invalid, you didn't send any money, because you couldn't send any money if the email was invalid. So there is some kind of scam going on. So I told her, I said, cash only. If you want it, I'll take cash. I've not heard another word from her. So several of these other ones, I went and changed my thing that says PayPal or cash only. Then I went back and said, okay, cash only. Because these people are, do you have Zelle? Okay, well, do you have Venmo? I said, no, I just said cash only. I messaged him. Okay, yeah, it's still available. I will only take cash, blah, 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 blah. I have Venmo. Sorry, I said cash only. So the other people are not even responding. So guess what I did? I blocked them all. Because I'm not playing whatever kind of game. I don't know what kind of scam they're trying to pull. If there's some phishing way they can get information out of me with, I don't know how it works. And so I'm not going to take the chance, because there's something up with, oh, and the other one that sounded like he was genuinely interested, he come back and said he sent the PayPal after I told him no, I had to have PayPal. He come back and PayPal or cash. He come back and says, oh, it says invalid email. I'm like, no, that's the right email. So I went in there on David's PayPal and sent $5 from him to me. Went perfectly. Got the email, got the money, the whole 9 yards. So they're scamming. They're not even trying PayPal. So we can't figure out, is there something with Zelle that they can pay for it, get the couch, and then come back and rescind their payment? Can they do that? Does anybody on here use Zelle? Z-E-L-L-E. Do you use it? Do you know anything about it? And I told the girl, I'm like, I'm not downloading Zelle or Venmo for this couch. It's cash. So I don't know what kind of scam business is going on Facebook Marketplace, but I don't have much confidence in it. What kind of people wants to just pay you so much money for a product, an item that they've not seen in person? There's something awry in the system. So I've not had a legitimate inquiry yet. So I don't know. I'll tell you what else I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be on the same video as when I was running around the other day, or if you're looking at a part 2. Because I don't remember. I hadn't put it on my computer yet, so I don't remember. Well, it wouldn't help if I did, because I don't never look when I record. I don't ever look at the time unless I'm like got to do something. So I don't know how long I talked. So I don't know if I have to break it up, because I know when I do my weigh-ins I talk a long time, but I don't know if blubbering in a vehicle about anything for an hour is fun. I don't know. What do you think, honey?
That's all of you.
Well, you got anything you want to talk? You got anything you want to talk about?
No.
We're at a stoplight right now.
No, I'm good.
Y'all see vanilla rocky road all day long. We were talking about that at supper the other day. I think we was talking on live. I think we were talking about that on live. How he lucked up to get such an easygoing gal like me. He just does this number. He would not comment on that. I'm like, well, I couldn't be as calm as you, because we'd be boring. If I was as calm as him, we would be boring. Somebody's got to keep it mixed up, and if that somebody's me, then so be it. Wouldn't it be boring if we was both just calm and even? I mean, I know we're not dramatic. Don't take it that way. We're not a dramatic couple. Neither one of us likes drama.
No, I don't like drama.
We're not into.
Neither one of us do.
We're not into the drama. We're not into the like pranks or what's the, not pranks is not the other word I'm looking for. Practical jokes. We're not into that. We don't do that kind of stuff. We personally don't think it's funny.
No, I think they're mean myself.
Yeah. And some of them are really mean.
Yeah.
Gosh. Some TikToks I see and some videos we've seen, some of the things that they do to each other is just, I don't find it funny in the least. And sometimes they do, but sometimes the person getting pranked, they don't think it's funny. It's only funny to the person doing it. And that to me is abuse. Don't you think?
I agree.
I think a lot of times they know that the other spouse, and it's men and women. I can't say, oh, it's just men. Oh, it's just women. It's both.
No, it's both.
It is equally both. I think sometimes the person pulling the practical joke or the prank has a mean streak in them that just likes to do that to the other person when they know it bothers them.
Yeah.
And I don't go for that. Now, we pick.
Now, who's always on the worst end of that stuff?
Right. Who's always on the worst end.
Yeah.
Now, some of them, they do it and they like it. One will do one and like, oh, well, payback. You know what payback is.
Yeah.
And they'll do it and then they'll do it back and then they'll do it back. Well, if they like it and they do it back and forth to each other, who am I to say? But when they're just mean-spirited, I was fixing to say, we pick. We joke at each other. But we don't mean...
No, we're not mean about it.
We don't mean joke.
No.
We don't tell mean jokes, so we don't mean pick. And call names and stuff like that.
Right.
We just make funny jokes that makes each other laugh.
Yeah. You can joke without being mean to the other person.
Without being hateful.
Yeah.
So, that's where we stand on that. What else do we stand on something about? Well, we don't get political, we don't get religious, so I don't really know much else to talk about that we can...
Yeah.
We covered the practical jokes. I'll tell you one thing we don't get. Sappy.
No.
We're not sappy people. I mean, we don't like... There, I'm at the stoplight, I can do that. We don't, we're not romance novel Hallmark movie sappy. Those Hallmark movies are like, no, neither one of us like those things. The Hallmark movies can be good. The Hallmark love story movies, you know the ones I'm talking about. Well, most of the Hallmark movies are like that.
What was that we used to
watch Lifetime movies.
Yeah, Lifetime.
Is Lifetime even still a channel? It's not, is it?
I'm not sure.
We don't have it. Is Lifetime still a channel? But we used to really love the Lifetime movies.
Yeah.
Now that's the kind of movie we like. Little suspense. You know something we hadn't done? Finished up our Fatal Attraction.
Yeah.
We started watching that Fatal Attraction, and I've already told you one time, I'll tell you again, don't watch it with children in the room. It is not a show for children. It's on Showtime on Paramount Plus, and it's like based on the movie, but it's different. And it took us a while. At first we didn't know, we really liked it or not, but then once we got into the groove of how they do it, because they do a lot of jumping around in different times, before, during, and after. And so it took a little bit to get used to that, but then all of a sudden it started getting really good. And then we had to stop because we had done watched like what?
Because the jumping around starts explaining a lot of stuff.
Yes, then they got into it to where, so then it was getting good, but then we were tired and we had to quit. And we've just never gone back to it.
Yeah.
We have to both be awake and alert at the same time to watch stuff together. And that is not always the case.
Yeah. Because we're on such different schedules, it's hard to do that.
Right. And which is funny because I don't have a schedule. He's the schedule, and you would think I would be up for it at any time, but I'm just up for sleeping at any time. He comes home and like he didn't do nothing today because our plans have changed about that garden down there. I'll just tell you. Okay, I'll just tell you. If this is long, guess what? go get you a coffee. So, y'all know the garden. I'm going to try not to talk all the way to Salisbury because it's going to be a half hour before we get there. So, maybe I will, maybe I won't. So, y'all know the story with the garden. The grass had took it over. It had been so many years since there had been a garden put in that place. The grass had took it over and gone down deep and all that. And so he went through and
it's not just grass. It's all
old, kind of.
It's old Johnson grass, broom straw,
stuff that's in the field.
Tough. Yeah, it's
not
tough.
Yard grass.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean,
it's not like what you got in your front yard.
Right. It's not like just a Kentucky fescue.
No,
in your front yard.
It's stuff in the field, like he said, broom straw, hard stuff. Well, it had took over, and he put that plastic out there, started killing it. Well, he took it off because the one boy was going to come and disc it up for him when he goes to see him, and the boy had hernia surgery. He says, well, he would call him. Well, while he's been waiting on him to call him, it started turning back green because he took the plastic off because he thought he was going to come and do it because he told him he would come do it.
Yeah.
But then he had a hernia surgery, which nobody knew about.
Right.
So he was sitting there. He's been studying on it. You know, he gets in his truck at night and driving, and he has all this thinking time. So he studies and ponders on things. He comes up with some good stuff too during his pondering sessions. So he come up with a plan to get the grass up, and then we were sitting there talking about it, and I'm like, you know what? This morning, I said, you can go. He was going to go down there and look at it to see if it was too wet because it's rained here for a week, and see if it's even too wet to mess with. I said, well, you can go down there and check it out, and if it is, come on back up here, get your trailer, go rent that tool thing he was going to rent, and then we got
sod cutter. Yeah.
Sod cutter.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, it's not going to be the end of the world if we don't have a garden this year. Just don't worry about it. We will get a garden next year. We will start early. He said, why am I putting my signal on? I'm not turning. We got a tractor, a farm tractor, and he's got attachments and all that does all the things that you need to do, right?
I've got a disc and a scrape and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got all that stuff, and it's a nice farm tractor, but it's broke down, so
the motors are gone in it. It needs to be rebuilt. It's pumping oil real bad, and it just needs to be rebuilt.
So he had talked about somebody buying it because he thought it was going to be more to fix than it was worth fixing.
Right.
Well, now he's studied on it a little bit more, and he thinks it's fixable and it's doable. And so we talked about it. You know, it would be so much to have somebody do it, or he could do it. Did he have time to do it? I'm like, well, if you get RJ to cut our yard, and all you have to do is go down there and cut the field, because his cousin cuts Holly's grass.
Yeah.
And so he don't have to worry about that.
In Terry's yard.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be Terry's yard.
Yeah. And I said, then that would be one day that you would not have to worry about mowing because RJ would do our yard. I had talked to him, but he will because he's a good boy. I said, then that would give you time to work on it. So that is what we're moving stuff.
Yeah.
We're moving stuff, getting ready to move stuff around in the building. On his side, since he bought the new riding lawnmower tractor, fancy pants thing, it's a nice.
I mean, it's great to cut the field with. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I couldn't ask for better.
Yeah, but it is big, and it takes up room on his side. You know, he's got his Camaro on his side. Well, he's also got another riding lawnmower that we want to take down yonder for Holly to ride Jacob around the yard on. Well, here's the thing. The tractor is in the shed that sits on what was Terry's, where Terry lived. It sits on her house, on that land. That's where the tractor is. Well, the tractor don't run, and he wants to put this riding lawnmower in the shed and bring the tractor up here. But we got to get the big riding, it's a big, I'm just gonna tell you, the new riding lawnmower he got, it's big. It ain't just a lawnmower, it's a machine.
Yeah.
So we got to get that out of the way, and his tiller, which is big as a car. I'm just kidding.
No, it's not.
Big as a beetle. It's huge. It's not a tiller. It's a tiller. You know? So I told him, I said, okay, listen, I got a better plan. He was like saying something. I'm like, I got a better plan. Obviously, I had the better plan. I said, if you will, let's get that couch sold, get it out of there. If it don't sell, we're going to sit it on the road and let somebody take it. We're just getting it out of there. Get the couch out of there. Then Holly can get her desk out of there. She's got a computer desk in there that she's got a spot for in her house, but we just haven't been able to get to it. So we get that out of there, and you help me go in there and organize my side. Then the stuff that I have in the house, in the big room, I said, we're not going to get the big room fixed no time soon. So I'm perfectly fine using it as a storage room. Perfectly fine. Because I got my appliances down there set on some shelves. I got my Christmas and Halloween stuff down there. So when my niece's going to be done in October, I can't be traipsing out to the building to get my Halloween stuff. It'll be right out there in the big room. So will my Christmas stuff. So I'm not worried about having that stuff in there. If you'll just help me redo the other side, then you can put the tiller and the new lawnmower over there, take the other riding lawnmower down to Holly's, get that tractor towed up here and put it on your side, and then you can work on it in the building.
Yeah.
And he'll be up here with his tools and all this and that.
It's going to be a major deal to rebuild the motor in it. And,
but he can do it because he rebuilt his whole truck. His whole 91 Ford F-150 is our date truck. Yeah. That's what we dated in. And it needed a new motor, and I don't know what all else he did, but he did it. He rebuilt the whole thing himself. He himself and him.
Yeah.
So he can do it. He's a canic. He's canical, ain't you?
Yeah, slightly.
So that's where we are on the garden. We're not worried about it this year. He's gonna rebuild the big tractor. Go out there in the fall, disc it up, whatever tools he's got, he's going to use. And then when he starts getting leaves up, he can work the leaves into the soil. I guess maybe I better speed up. Speed limit 70. I'm talking and not driving. People's going to be eating me up. So
yeah, we'll try to get it done before fall, so when I start gathering leaves, I can just put them directly in the garden.
Right.
You know, and let them be sitting there over the winter, and that'll help, you know, replenish the soil and, you know, give us moisture and all that stuff for spring, and, you know,
right.
It'll help a lot, you know, over the winter. If I can get the tiller rebuilt,
get the tractor rebuilt.
That's what I mean, get the tractor rebuilt.
Oh, there's been something happening up here. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a wreck on the other side of the road, because I see all the lights and there is no traffic.
Yeah, they've shut it down.
Yep, they've shut that side. Oh, and everybody up here's rubbernecking. Look.
Yeah.
Everybody's putting on their brakes and rubbernecking. People.
They shut it down. It's not.
Listen, when it's completely shut down and they're not letting traffic go around, then it was something bad.
Yeah, it's something bad.
Yeah, everybody's putting their brakes on. Can you hear the car slowing down? Listen, I'll be looking. If it's gonna slow down, then I'm gonna look too.
I would.
I'm not right. Might as well. I'm not going to slow down to look. Oh, they're helicoptering somebody out. Look at there, honey.
Yeah, that's not good.
The helicopter's taking somebody out.
Yeah, they just took off.
Yeah. Just took off. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. That's why everybody's slowing down. They were looking at that helicopter.
Yeah.
When you're out here going 70, all kind of things can happen. Is that a tractor trailer down here involved, or is he sitting in traffic? Oh, there's a cop car behind that tractor trailer.
Yeah, I think he's involved in it, looks like.
He don't look smashed up, but there's a state trooper behind him.
Yeah, they walking around that truck. He's involved in it.
Oh my gosh, they got undercover, state patrols, fire trucks, everything out here blocking, and I don't see a wrecked vehicle anywhere. Do you, honey? I don't see any wrecked vehicle, so I don't know what has happened. Oh, they're blocked down here too.
Oh, they're diverting people off.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah. I bet it's somebody.
Oh, that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, it's a fatality when they start doing stuff like that. I bet.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's when he tells me when stuff like this happens that there was a fatality involved.
Yeah.
Listen, who knows how long it could have been. Maybe there wasn't a car there because they've already towed it off.
Yeah, well, they've started turning people around. They were facing the opposite direction than what they should have been because they were turning around.
Oh, they did. They were, weren't they?
Yeah. So they're not even letting anybody pass through. So it sounds like that's what it is.
But when you're going down this road at 70 miles an hour, if you hit something at 70 miles an hour, and a lot of people are going way faster than 70.
Oh, yeah.
But I wonder what that truck had to do with it. Because like you said, they were walking around it.
Yeah.
He knows. He's a truck driver.
Yeah.
When you walking around it, they're checking it, ain't they?
When the DOT's walking around like that or something.
Listen. Tell them about, we're just going to talk while we're going. Tell them about that time you went through the weigh station and that DOT dude come out there with his ink pen.
Oh, yeah. This was many, many years ago. I was going, I don't know if y'all know anything about North Carolina, but I was out there on the 26th going north like you're going from Asheville to Knoxville. And there's a scale house between, right as soon as you get into Asheville there. And so I pulled, the scales were open, so I pulled in through the scales and they said, pull over to the side, we're going to do an inspection on you. And I said, okay. So they said that they were going to do one where they check you, a level 1, which is where they check your brakes and all that stuff, you know. And so the guy come out there and he crawled around on his creeper and got up out of the truck, come back out, said I had a breakout adjustment. And so I said, okay. And so first of all, I didn't see a tape measure come out. I didn't see any way of measuring that brake chamber to see, you know, they give you so much tolerance. And so I said, well, what did you measure it with? You know, because I was curious of, you know, how much it was out of adjustment. And he said, it's right there on my ink pen. And I said, on your what? And he said it was on my ink pen. I said, okay. I said, I don't, to me, I'm going, well, I don't see how that's a tape measure to measure the,
But you can't smart mouth them, because boy, they will jack you up.
Oh yeah, they'll make it even harder on you. So, and then what made it even worse is they wouldn't even let me fix it. You have to call a mechanic, as they call it. You have to call a certified mechanic out there to fix it. And so I said, okay.
Even if you know how.
Even if you know how. And yeah. And so I had to sit there and wait on a mechanic to come out there and fix it and everything. But still to this day, I don't know if it was how true that was.
You don't know if it was right.
Yeah.
You can't go by an ink pen.
Because when I'm walking around the truck, you know, the guy's supposed to be, you know, have a tape measure right there, because you have to match the brakes, and then they measure the tolerance, you know, how much the slack adjuster comes out, and that's how they tell you tolerance.
Everybody knows that.
Well, anyway. And so, like I say, I had to take his word for it, and I knew that they weren't out of adjustment because I just adjusted them the weekend prior when I done my inspection on the truck. You know, I always greased them and, you know, stuff like that.
Oh, he kept his trucks up.
And adjusted the brakes, all that stuff, because I know how that stuff can get.
He kept his trucks up.
Yeah, and
I'm telling you right now.
And I had trucks out there for many a year, and I never had one shut down like that, but that one time. And I mean, like I say, you can't question them. You just have to take it as it is.
No, you can't question them, because boy, oh boy, they will jack you up, because they not having any disagreements with them.
No. The best thing is just grin and smile, and you know.
Right.
Yes sir, no sir. You
like the little penguins on that movie. Smile and nod, boys.
That's it.
Just smile and nod.
Smile and nod.
Whoa, we're in Salisbury. Can you believe it? We got here fast sitting here talking to y'all.
Yep, sure did.
Normally when I come to Salisbury, I come up here earlier, but with the couch and dealing with all those people, that set me behind on editing my prep video, so it went up later. And then so I was doing all that, so it was later when I was contemplating whether I wanted to come up here or not. But I kind of hate missing a 49-cent sale. I can't help it, even though pretty much all of it's gone by the time I get here. I do look up sometimes, because some things people don't want and I do. That's why you end up finding stuff, because somebody else didn't want it. But it just happens to be the thing that I did want, or didn't know I wanted until I seen it. But normally when I come to Salisbury, I go to Nazareth first, then Habitat, then Salvation Army. But today we're going to go to Salvation Army, and then after that we will decide if we want to go to Nazareth or not. I don't need anything there, but sometimes they have magazines, and so I like to get in on the magazines, you know. But, well, I guess we'll draw it to a close. We're just right down the street from the Salvation Army. So, y'all know if I get it. Oh, they're backed up there? Is that?
Well, they're going down 29 since 85 shut down.
Oh,
Which we're probably going to end up going that way too, I believe.
Well, by the time we finish shopping, they'll be.
You don't know. I sat down there in Atlanta about a month or two ago. I sat down there 4.5 hours because it was a fatality there on 285 around Melbourne. I sat there 4.5 hours for them to get everything cleared up.
You know, when he forgets to take snacks and stuff, and there he sits for 4.5 hours with no snack, nothing like that. I keep telling him he's going to start taking snacks. He takes his lunch. Yeah. But that don't help you if you're out like that. You need a snack, or he eat a snack coming down the road. Yeah. He just forgets. But, well, we're at the stoplight fixing the turn to go up in there, so I'll just hush it up. And like I say, if we get something up in here, we'll show you. Okay. Stay tuned. Okay, we're home. I got a haul for you. We didn't talk anymore in the car. Figured we talked enough in the car. I'll just show you when we got home. We went to Salvation Army, the 49-cent sale. That's where we went first. And then we went over to Nazareth. And I got something at both places. So let me start with Salvation Army. Today, blue was 49 cents. So these were regularly only 99 cents. But I still got 49 cents. It was 2 of them. You wrap your Christmas lights around them. That was definitely worth 49 cents. I'm about to hiccup. This is they had $2.99 on it, which is kind of expensive, but it was 49 cents. It's just a super big pillowcase. I don't have a pillow that big, but if I ever get one, I will have a pillowcase for it. You never know. For 49 cents, it pays to be prepared. That's how I look at it. Then I got this. It is Pyrex. It's got the name that you can, I guess, vent it. But this was, they had $2.99 on it. Of course, you know, I got it for what? 49 cents. So it is a little divided dish. We store our leftovers and most everything in glass. We have plastic for like what he takes to work, and then some things we don't have a glass size for. But when we had just little dibs and dabs, something left over, we thought that would be a perfect size. And it's got the lid and everything to it. So I thought that was worth 49 cents. And it was hiding in the back. Somebody missed it. I'm going to tell you, I told David today, I'm going to pick a Saturday and I'm going to be up there when they open to see what I'm missing, because it's so picked over. But we got there late today anyway. Picked over. I want to see from the beginning. Then I found 2 magazines, a Woman's Day and a People. So, you know, I like to get magazines. And then this was 49 cents. They had $4.99 on it, but it's brand new, never been opened, and it's Oriental Trading. You can see right there. But I don't know how many's in here. 12. There's apparently 12 in here. But you see what they are? They have like little circus tents, and there's somewhere you can see like the little train over the track. Well, somebody wrote on here, prayer box craft kit. They were going to make prayer boxes out of it. And me and Dave were talking. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what I can do with these, but for 49 cents, I would buy them and figure it out later. He said, you could spray paint them and do anything you want with them. I'm like, you're right, I could. So, like I said, for 49 cents, you just buy, you take it home, and then you let the inspiration hit, because you just don't leave something like that laying in the store. At least I don't. I told him, I said, you see why we have so much stuff? He just, whatever. Then I've been looking for one of these. I normally find these kind of things down at the Goodwill that I go to on Sunday. But they had it there today, and it was only $2.99. This big drawer. I want it for my linen closet, because I have so much stuff, like toiletries and cleaners, different, you know, soap, hand soap, stuff like that, that I need this to put stuff in and then be able to put some stuff on top of it. So that's what I've been looking for. And for $2.99, I was thrilled. Now, I missed it. They didn't have it on their outside sign. They had, blue was 49 cents. All shirts were half off. And I didn't find any shirts. None. So then we went in and they had it on the sign. And David poked me on the arm. He said, look, bag of books. You could get a bag of books for $3.99. I'm like, I told him, I said, they never have good books here. Well, we went back there and there was a buggy. And I'm telling him, I'm telling you, if I'd have got there early, I bet there would have been a bunch of cookbooks in it, because I found some that had been picked over. And I thought, well, I'm going to get them. So I think maybe I could have got some. more than I got. But check out what I did find. Some of them I found on the bottom of the books, shoved up in there. You have to look. You have to look. But check this out. It's heavy too. That's my bag of books for $3.99. I don't even know what I got. I just looked. I'm like, okay, put that in there. Put that in there. I just kept putting them in the buggy. So let me make room to see what we got going on here. Okay, this one says Let's Get Cooking by Cameron. Published by Greenfield School Service League. This is old. Oh, I can't get the page. Hold of the page. There's no date, but check out the cover. You know, one of the students drew that. Isn't that cute? It's got by Cameron down there, look. But look at the inside. You tell me this is not an old cookbook. Look how that is printed. Oh, yeah. I wish it was a date. I hate it when there's no, it doesn't even have a index in the back. So, I got that. Let's see, what is this? Holiday Flavors and Favors. That. Let's see. The Junior League of Greensboro, North Carolina, July 1982. Copyright 1975. Revision July 1982. So I'm sure that's when this book was, in July. But it's just right. Then okay, let's see, what is this one? Funny, this is the exact cover of the church cookbook that I typed back in the 90s. I typed the whole cookbook. Yes, I did. The whole cookbook. This is Diamond Hill Baptist Church, Statesville, North Carolina. Copyright 2000. So, there you go. Then, what's this? Home Cooking. Carrot Cake. Somebody wrote carrot cake on the front 3 times. Compiled by North Rowan Band Association, Spencer, North Carolina. Oh, there ain't no... You know I like to know a year. 1993. So it's 1993. Oh, you know this gets me excited. Somebody has a handwritten recipe in it. You know that tears me up. Tears me up. Oh, here's a dirty page. Carrot cake. Look how dirty that page is. I told you on the front it had carrot cake written 3 times. I see it. That, no doubt, that's it. That is it. Look. Carrot cake, carrot cake, carrot cake. I should try that. Of course, I have a really good recipe for a delicious carrot cake. Haven't made it in years. Oh, it's decadent. Okay, then there's this little thing. Max Meeks and Wes Jones. Tell Your Neighbor Cookbook. Sponsored by the YWCA and WMFR Radio, 1230. Well, that's AM. Oh my gosh, look. That must be, let me see if it's got a, your Tell Your Neighbor team. We'll take this opportunity to thank you for 8 wonderful years of sharing with our neighbors of the Triad area. To Anna Mae, thanks for being our neighbor. And they signed it. So how cool is that? It's just a little cookbook from a radio station. The Triad is Greensboro, Winston-Salem area. That's, if it's North Carolina, that's what they call it, the Triad. I'm going to save this to last. No, you're going to see that one last. It's the best of the bunch. And then there was this little thing, Betty Crocker Easy Meals for Diabetics. So I'll give that a little look-see. And Real Mom Kitchen, keeping it real in the kitchen. It's spiral bound inside the hard bound. And it's so like there's, well, there ain't nothing we're going to eat, but I'll show you. It's Hawaiian haystacks. We're not going to eat it because we're not going to eat chicken and cream soup and pineapple. Rice-a-roni chicken salad, sweet chili, clam chowder. So I might find something in there. And this one, Sunday dinners, food, family, and faith from our favorite pastors. I'm trying to see who made the who the book is by. It just says Diane Cowan, 2013. Okay, it's got T.D. Jakes and Sarita, Joel and Victoria Osteen, Samuel and Eva Rodriguez. I don't know all these. I've heard of some of them. Huh. So it's just, I guess, famous pastors and their recipes. So, yeah. Cool. And this old thing, oh, the paper's kind of messed up, but it's McCall's No Time to Cook, and it's paper covered hardback, but let me see what year. It looks like the 70s from the print. The 80s, 1985. But you see the inside. But that's pretty cool though, because McCall's don't do a magazine no more, do they? You tell me that don't look like the 70s. Don't that look like a 70s cookbook? But anyway, 1985. That's still old. That's hard to believe that that is considered old. I mean, it was just the 80s the other day. Now, check this out. I'm trying to read what it says. The American Woman's Cookbook. And it's ripped because, see, it's just hanging on by a thread. But look, and it is, hold on, somebody wrote inside and taped something inside. You know, that gets me. And it's 1950. The American Woman's Cookbook. From the Delineator Cookbook. Edited by Delineator Institute. And these two women from the College of Home Economics, Cornell University. What do you know about that? Plus it's got these. David noticed this. He's like, look, there's a... He knows me. He's like, there's stuff in it. He was flipping through. It's got old, gosh, apple fruit cake, Mother's Pride round steak. Here's a special rice souffle. It's Cloud 9 recipe from Heloise. Look at the back. Okay. Camel City, it don't say, but this laundromat, 5 shirts laundered, 1 suit cleaned if we return a shirt with a button missing. How cool is that? Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, there was something else. Deviled eggs. From the University of, oh, it's a recipe from Bill Neal's Southern Cooking. And somebody pulled this out. I wonder if this had a, you see that? On the back it talks about this cookbook. I wonder if this used to have a dust cover and that was the part they saved off of it. I don't know. But at any rate, you know I'm in love with this cookbook. Hold on. They should make a candle. Old book scent candle. For real. Okay. That's all I got in the Salvation Army. Then we went to, like I said, Nazareth. Let me show you what I got there. I found one magazine for Woman's Day. And I found this little bowl for $1. I don't need it. But I'm going to put it in with my other little ones. So when I need a small bowl, I can just pull it out. I know I have other small bowls, but this one spoke to me. So I got it. Then I found these size 24 shorts. They'll probably come to the knee, round the knee, but they're size 24 and they're faded glory. I didn't know they were $2. So you can't beat that. Then I found these. I thought these were so cute. I'll have to, after I wash it, I'll have to iron the bottom because it's, but they're capris and they're a size 24, Ruby Road. To think how big this 24 looks on camera, think how big that 34. I couldn't even fit it in the screen. That's, this is the part that I like. This. How cute is that? Is that not adorable? So there's, see how it's sticking up? After I wash them, I'm going to have to iron that probably. It's probably going to wash and fold right back up. But I couldn't resist. Now, these were marked $2. This is what those weren't marked, so I told her how much they were. She said it was $2. This is how they do a lot of their clothes. You see that 2 right there? That means these were $2. Well, when you go in, there's a whiteboard that tells you the bargains of the day, and one of them was half off all tagged clothes. Well, this I didn't realize was considered a tagged clothes. I thought it meant like a physical tag. These were $1. I got them for $1. Yes. So that's all I got there. I'm thrilled. Listen, I didn't even burn up a whole 20 and had fun. Had my hubby with me. Y'all seen him talking? Listen, we got him talking, didn't we? Yes, we did. Okay, now I'm going to show you some Happy Mail on this video that I got from Judy Logue and Sandy over at Life with Sandy. I've already filmed it, and I wasn't sure what video I was going to tag it onto, but I'm going to tag it onto this one. So that's what you're going to see coming up next. So I will close you out now and say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Happy Mail coming up next. I don't know when I'll see you next, so what do I say? See you when I see you. Hey, so I want to share some Happy Mail with you. I got some Happy Mail from Judy Logue and some Happy Mail from Sandy over at Life with Sandy. So let me turn it around and show you. Judy quilted me this beautiful table runner. I already put it down before I thought to film it, but you can see. Let's see. Oh, that's heavy. It's gorgeous. It's Pioneer Woman fabric, and she quilted this for me, and I love it right here. It just adds just the right pop of color to the end of my bar, so I love it. And then she also made this trivet. This is like one of her new crafts. Isn't that cool? And it's got little pieces of fabric here, there, and the other. So I love it. Thank you, Judy. I'm telling you, she just quilts me all kind of stuff, and she's so good at it. I like this. This is a good new craft for you. So thank you so much. And hold on. Oops, I didn't grab my other thing. Hold on. This is from Sandy, Criminal Minds Puzzles. It's funny because I had just mentioned with my memory and everything, they say use it or lose it, and I've been wanting to work my brain some. So here's me a good little puzzle to work my brain. It's a good size to sit over there in my chair and work on. Instead of back there at my desk or my craft table or whatever. But she found this on vacation. So thank you, Sandy. I appreciate it. All right. Well, thank y'all both. I think I did good today, don't y'all? Okay. Well, thank you.